Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you rather fight the entire Smurf village or fight the full collection of Care Bears?
Oh my god. How many Care Bears are there though?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
the
have
thing.
no idea.
Well, I
Can we
mean,
quantify this?
Also, look how big the Care Bears are. Like
Yeah.
a Care Bear, you can't see this, but it's coming up to my waist. And for those of you who don't know internet, I'm about 5'9".
Yeah.
So, yeah, those things are rather big. But a Smurf is like this big.
Yeah, Smurfs
Yeah.
are what?
I grew up watching Smurf though, so I don't know if I can like even.
Yes, Smurfs are what? A foot?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe?
And plus,
I
if we
mean-
listen to Gargamel, they're delicious.
Oh, no, stop it. No, Smurfs are my family, darn it. And we are not going to
Agreed.
blaspheme my family members. Y'all on the internet can't see this. I'm relatively short. 4'11" last time I got measured. 4'10" and 3/4 technically. But I've always been on the shorter end, and Smurf is definitely a common nickname for me. So I don't know. I feel like I would fight the Smurfs decently well, considering I am their height.
Also, what weaponry will we be given? Because you could
Yeah.
probably take out the entire Care Bear village with a flamethrower. I mean, they're made of foam.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh, the Care Bears heard me.
Oh God.
That's
they're all coming.
That's the text message from them saying, "Don't fucking move. We know where you are."
Oh my
They're on their
goodness.
way.
They are.
Yeah. What are we? So what are we thinking? Would we fight the Cares or would we fight the Smurfs?
I'd take the Smurfs on,
I think so too.
just because it'd be an easier fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you on Smurf?
No, I will be going with the Care Bears because
Okay.
I can't hit.
But you can't punch foam.
So
That would be
54.
easy taken out. I guess you can say.
So
Smurf will fight back.
54% agree with Audrey and me. 46 agree with you.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, would you rather store all your
Smurfs.
photos on Facebook or store all your photos on Flickr? I'm going to go with Flickr because no, I can't say that. That's downplaying a company.
What was it?
Store all your photos on Facebook or store all your photos on Flickr. I mean, we all do technically store all of our photos on Facebook.
I'd do that. So
I store quite a couple of mine on Facebook.
Yeah, but
Facebook.
I don't know what the traffic is for Flickr, though. I don't even know what Flickr is. I mean, is Flickr social media? Is it a search thing?
So Flickr is a big site for photography people. If you have, if you are into taking photos professionally, you definitely know of Flickr and you know kind of the ins and outs of it. It's a decently simple website. I found some photos that I've used for projects on Flickr. Obviously, always giving credit to those people because credit where credit is due
Exactly.
is nice for creators. I think I would rather store it on Flickr only because now there are a lot of employers that will look at Facebook pages. Not that they wouldn't necessarily look at a Flickr page if they knew you had one, but that's not a question they ask. I mean,
Yeah.
when was the last time you walked into an interview and someone said, "You got a Flickr?" Like, other than a photography interview, I wouldn't think that anyone would look at a Flickr page, even if you had one.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as mainstream as Facebook.
Facebook is very, very, very,
Public.
yeah, and it's searched often. It's kind of the immediate, oh, do you have social media? You must have a Facebook. So I would say Flickr.
Same here.
I stick with Facebook because there's a simple technique of not putting in an album though, but sending a message to yourself just to store those pictures. I do that most of the time.
Sure.
I do. Yeah, that's the thing. You could change the privacy settings. I've posted a lot of things just to myself, so that way I can remember them, like recipes or whatever. And one of my
That's why my
friends-
Pinterest page is full of weird crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
My
all.
Pinterest page is very out there.
Same here.
As is yours.
Yeah.
You guys chosen Flickr, so you guys are hiding.
Well, I mean, I mean, also another thing that you have to think of too is how far does the IT program go at the place you work? Because let's say you get a job and like you're on your lunch break and stuff, and you log into Facebook to like look over those photos. Well, there's like an entire crew of IT people that can go that gets like a ping. Whenever you're on Facebook, like, oh, they're on Facebook. I'll pull up their thing and see what they're looking at and stuff. And if you're looking at one of the pictures that you want to save, but it's a little iffy, especially in a work situation, then what?
Yeah. I think that there's, you can't live your life in a what if,
Yeah.
but when it's something as important as a job, you kind of have to be a little more careful. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I can no longer post. I'm going into the education field,
Mm-hmm.
and there's lines that people think that you can't cross because you're not
Mm-hmm.
a human. You don't really have any yeah, rights and things like that. No, that's definitely not. There's things I have to be more careful about because I'm going into a
Yeah.
professional work environment.
Yeah.
So I would say Flickr.
Yeah. Flickr as well. So.
In agreement, Tom?
Well, I'm still sticking at Facebook.
You're still sticking with Facebook,
I've
right?
been with Facebook.
64% of the internet agree with them.
I feel like,
Wow.
Yeah.
the public were on my side.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat a quarter or eat a chopstick?
Chopstick.
A quarter. A quarter is tiny. It's like one small little gulp.
Or probably.
But a chopstick, you gotta like chew that stuff up.
Depends though. Like,
I
is it
mean-
half a chopstick?
Yeah, that's
It says eat. Oh, chapstick. Oh. Then chapstick.
Chapstick.
Yeah, chapstick. Because quarters, they go through people's hands, and you don't know where people's hands have been, and you're eating that. But chapstick. Well, actually, the question is: are you eating the wax stuff in the chapstick, or are you eating the plastic too?
Are you eating it as you apply it? Because you already do that.
Yeah, and
Not attempting to be discriminatory. Guys could wear lipstick as well. If you wear lipstick, you end up eating 90% of it.
yeah,
90%. Just because, it gets on your food and then you put your food in your mouth. You don't
Exactly.
eat it all at once. You
Yeah.
don't sit there chomping on your lipstick, hopefully. But you,
that's my favorite afternoon snack.
Yeah,
Once
right.
classes are done, I just get home and I just open up a thing of lipstick. The,
Yeah,
the
I
CVS,
think,
the C,
Chapstick.
yeah, the
Yeah,
CVS
right.
by my house thinks I'm like dating someone that wears lipstick all the time. That's how often I am there eating lipstick.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
I also love eating that powder stuff too.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, it's like eating cinnamon without the burn.
There was someone on like My Strange Addiction or something that was all about eating powdered makeup. It tastes terrible. It's the worst. I haven't like attempted eating it as a meal, but you get it in your mouth a little bit and it's the worst. So what did the internet say? What are we going with first?
Yeah.
Chapstick. man.
Chapstick.
Yeah. So
69% of the internet agrees with us.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's some. Not to be gross, sorry everyone. There's some searching involved when you eat a quarter. Like
Yeah.
you have to make sure that left. You don't have to search for the other one.
And plus, this is a rule for hotel rooms, but I'm also stating it for money too. You aren't the first person to do anything in a hotel room. You aren't the first person to do anything with money. So if you eat it, there's a good possibility someone ate it before you.
Oh God.
I hope not.
Ew.
I hope not.
So would you rather be accomplished and famous than die at 18, or be ordinary and die at a reasonable age?
What's it?
Accomplished and famous, but die early,
Yeah.
Oh.
or be completely normal and die later.
I'm gonna go with normal on this one because I'm excited to see what the future holds. I want to get a flying car.
It's not gonna hit that part, but
What if you were the guy that invented the flying car, though?
I died at 18.
Well, then I never get to use the flying car. And I had the prototype developed. What if that's what kills me? I'm flying around a prototype, everything else is working fine, then boom, I die. Yeah, this is a toughie.
Yeah.
But I'm also going back to my previous point too, is I don't want to be famous.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with dying at
Be
more.
ordinary.
Well, remind me of that option for the question.
For
The
which
dying at 18.
be accomplished and famous, then die at 18.
Oh, be accomplished and famous. I was gonna say you could be accomplished without being famous
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people. I feel like I would almost pick that one. Just I would rather judge someone on the quality of those years. If you were quote unquote normal, you biked around everywhere and had no fun and weren't dangerous ever,
Yeah.
then what's the point?
The same question arises: what qualifies as accomplished?
Yeah.
Because you could look at it from a societal perspective. Accomplishment would be building a flying car, building something that will improve life. But at the same exact time, people are also accomplished in their fields. Like, let's say I'm an investment banker and I make a couple of good investments. That would make me accomplished.
Yeah.
So that also arises the question of what dictates the level of accomplishment.
Yeah. I think that, you could have different levels of accomplishment, and it's not necessarily, the most famous for whatever. It's just being accomplished and being famous. So,
You got any final comments?
Not really, because it's been hard, and you guys are pretty much saying absolutely everything.
We're in your mind, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
we are reading your mind.
And it's terrifying. There's like one
It's
little
terrifying.
there's one little section I don't want to even look in. It says anime 18 plus on it, and I'm just not opening that door.
No. But
Oh my
see,
God,
like,
Nagisa, stop!
Because I do want to feel accomplishment, but dying young is out. It's just that I have that anime side of me where always more coming out, and I'm like, I don't want to die yet. But when I think about it, what if that was one of my accomplishments? Then how long would I live from that long?
A little side note, listeners. The Ram Man is the guy that handles all of our anime content.
Ah.
Audrey is the juggler, and I am the video game person.
Yeah. All right. So final guesses, final opinions.
I'm saying ordinary.
I'm going famous.
Famous?
I'll tell you.
81% of the internet agrees with me.
Oh, darn it.
Wow.
Only 19% wanted to be famous and die young.
Yep.
That's okay. That's how it is in the real world anyway.
Would you rather randomly go limp or be deaf?
Randomly go limp?
Yep.
Would you stay that way? Or is it just, all of a sudden my arm doesn't work, it comes back into play later, and then all of a sudden my foot doesn't work?
I think that's what it might be because it
Okay.
says randomly go limp. If you're like permanently go limp, then
I mean, if you have a stressful situation in which you're holding on to something
Yeah.
and all of a sudden one of your arms stops working, that would kind of suck for everyone involved.
and plus being deaf, they have so many like ways of getting
Yeah.
around that. Like we have texting now,
Yeah, you have cochlear implants.
Yeah.
You have
sign language.
Yes, you have so many advances in the deaf community.
Yeah.
I'm going deaf.
Same
that
here.
sounds.
Tom? No,
What?
I'm
Ram Man?
going randomly land.
Ah,
I'm
what?
going randomly land.
Okay,
I'm just
so
gonna be sitting in bed.
73% of the internet agrees with him.
Really?
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
there are a lot of things out in the world where you want to like actually listen to, and all. I would not want to get deaf and all as well.
I think though that there are ways around the deaf. You wouldn't be able to figure out how to not go limp because it happens randomly.
Yeah, well, if you think of the one other way, if you do go randomly limb and all, there's probably like health